Well, hello, friends. How are you? We are here, and it is Sunday, June 1st. And I have this calendar in front of me for that very reason. In case you're not aware of it, today is the very first day of Creep on June 2025. If you haven't already seen it, go over and check out Tracie's video. It's adorable. My day is tomorrow, day 2, June 2nd. And so you will see my video. My video is going to be posted tonight at midnight. So you can check it out. It's midnight Eastern time in the United States. So I don't know what that equates to if I do have any followers that are out of the country. I know I did at one point. So yeah, midnight Eastern time. You'll have to figure what your time difference is. I'm going to link this calendar. I'm going to link link Tracie's website. And I'm also going to link the kits. In case you don't already have it, you can go over, you can purchase the kit. And play along with us. Okay, so just wanted to let you guys know all of that before we get started with what we're making today. Now, because it is Creep on June, I've been feeling a little creepy. I'm just going to move the camera down just a bit because I feel like I am so far away that you probably can't even see what's going on. As I said, I've been feeling a little creepy. So I wanted to make something before I actually completed my make for Creep on June. And I went into my Etsy kits and I pulled out Tracie's Gothic in the Belfry. That kit came out, I think, last year maybe, and I may have already played with bits and pieces of it in another video on my channel. I'm pretty sure I did. I think I've used the photos that come with it, photos of Poe and things to that effect. So yeah, you may have seen parts of this on my channel before. But now, for those of you who have been following me for a while, you know that I love to make tag books. I make tag books, using the 3 tab system. I use tag books using ribbon. I use tag book. I make tag books using paper, all sorts of things. I've made this one just to show you, give you an idea of how simple it is if you just want to make a little tag book, punch a hole in it, and put a little, binder ring in it. So what I've done is I have pulled out and cut out some of the pieces from the Gothic and the Belfry kit. You can see here's one of Poe and of the Raven. And here are some cards that I've made with photos. This one I used a little bit of Nouveau, what's it called? Nouveau crystal glaze on it to make the heart a little shiny. And I'll just do a little flip through here of some of the photos that are in the kit. Again, I use the Nouveau glaze here, a photo of Poe, and I have taken, there are little labels, and I have heat embossed some of them. And yeah, so this is a really easy little tag book if you wanted to do it this way. These tags are also included in the kit along with all of the photos that you're seeing right here. So yeah, okay, one very simple way to make a tag book. I cut all the tags out, and what I used were little paper reinforcements up here, and I colored them using my Ranger archival ink. So that is a very simple way to make a little tag book, and you can make it as artsy as you want. I kind of just make these because to me they are an art project. You go to all this trouble, and yeah, it is sort of like an art project. The one we're going to make today is not difficult. It's a little bit more involved, and I've already begun to do some work on it. I am going to turn the camera off because I cannot get comfortable. I can't put my feet up on my stool right now. Hang on, I'll be right back. Okay, and we are back. And I'm going to ask you to please forgive me. But I'm only 5 foot tall. And when I sit at my desk, the chair that I use brings me up high enough so that I am comfortable sitting at my desk. My only problem is my feet don't touch the floor. So I have a little stool tucked under my desk, which you can't see, that I rest my feet on, not only while I video, but also while I'm crafting at my desk. So I had to kind of rearrange things because I have a habit of when I'm done with something, I pick it up and I bring it and I tuck it and I leave it on the stool. I had a pile of stuff that was in my way and I just could not get comfortable. Okay, as we were saying, this is a relatively easy way to make a tag book using just a binder clip and punching some holes in your tag and then decorating your tags once you have done all of that. Today, we are going to be, well, finishing up a different kind of tag book. I wanted to get most of it done so that you didn't have to sit here and watch the whole procedure. I am, however, going to give you a look at all of the tags that I have already completed for the book. This is our back page. Well, depending on how you fold it, you can flip these tag books to sit any way you like. I, however, have picked this particular tag to be the last one in the pile. And you can see here that what I've done is I've added some glossy accents to this one to raise up the image of the butterfly and to make it a little bit sparkly. And I've also added yet another label. This one says Baroque, that I have heat embossed. And on this one, I've added a picture. This tag, the back of this tag is blank, and I have added one of the photos from the kit, and it is of a bat surveying some flowers, and I've also raised it up just slightly, I don't know if you can really tell, with some foam tape to give it a little bit of depth and dimension. And here I've just added some little flat back beads to give my flowers stamens. And on here what I've done is I have hole punched my tag in each corner and I've added some paper fasteners to it so that it looks like it's actually pinned down to the paper. Here again, I've raised a photo over a photo using foam tape, and I have used my Nuvo, oh gosh, what are they called? Let me just grab the bottle. It's my Nuvo crystal drops. In what color is this? This is metallic copper penny. And so I've just added a little to each corner, kind of just to make it a little bit diverse. And again here, I've added the paper fasteners. I punched some holes, and you can probably see that I've used my glitter pen to kind of jazz up this very spooky gentleman on this tag. And I've also added a little glitter to his eyes to kind of make him a little bit creepier. So what we are going to do is we are going to finish this tag and add our final tag. But let me show you the other side of the book. Now, you've seen this one already. And here we have her. Again, I did a photo over a photo with the Nuvo crystal drops. Here, again, photo over a photo. And I've added some of the glitter pen to his eyes to make him look spooky. And again, I've added the paper fasteners. Here, I used the crystal drops. On this one, all I did to her is just add a label, and it says Victorian, again, heat embossed. And this one, which is a little bit spooky, and we might be doing it to the same thing to this, I've added the Nuvo crystal drops into each of these little, I'm assuming they're like a button on the page. And again here, on each corner of the photo. And under this one is a label that says Macabre. So what we are going to do is we are going to finish up the back of this tag. And I am going to show you how I do that. And then we are going to add on our final tag to our little book. So you can see here that I've already added some foam tape to the back of the photo, and I want to add it here onto the back of this tag, like so. Okay, I've already inked around the edges of everything, and now all we really have to do, I do have a label for this page as well. I'm just going to tear off the backing for my foam tape, and I may have to turn my little tag book around. So yeah, if you have not heard of, or if you have not gone in and used the calendar for the Creep on June for 2025, all of that information will be linked in the description box below. We have some new creators working with us this year. So even if you have subscribed from previous years and you get the notification that you have one of your usual, the people that you normally watch or usually watch on a regular basis, go over and click on this calendar, because as I said, we have some new people joining us this year, and quite frankly, I don't know about you, but I cannot wait to see what they create. I know we have a new duo, and their names are escaping me right now, and they're sisters, and they're new to our little creative design team. So yeah, we might want to go over and subscribe to them. You can just click on each box on the calendar and it will bring up the name of the person and their channel, and you can go over and subscribe. So here you see we've added our little photo. Again, it's raised up so it kind of adds some dimension to our little tag book. And now we have our heat embossed label. I was having a problem doing my embossing yesterday, and I think it's because in lieu of using an embossing ink pad, I was using an embossing ink pen, and so my labels came out kind of, I don't know, mottled, maybe metally looking, is a pitted metal, in lieu of being completely clear and plain straight across. But like I said, I was using an embossing pen to add my embossing powder to. You just color it on like a regular pen, and I don't think that the pen was working well enough, and neither is my glue right now. All right, let me just grab a pin here and make a little pokey poke into the nozzle of my glue and see if I can get my glue started, because it's been sitting in the holder. This is a different kind of tip than I'm used to on my Nuvo glue, and I can't seem to figure out a way to change it, and it does get clogged. All right, we have our glue ready to go. So as I was saying, yeah, go over, click on the calendar, and everyone that is participating in this event this year will be on that calendar, and you can sign up and subscribe to their page, or their channel rather, and this way you'll know when they are putting out something new. So there we go. We've finished up that tag, and you can see there it says melancholy underneath, and we have our final tag here that we're going to add on to our little ribbon on here. Now, I think I want her facing up. Now, you might be able to see that I've already taken and punched some holes in here, and we're going to add some paper fasteners into these holes to give it the impression, like I said, that it is a little bit more 3D. And so, yeah, Tracie's video for today came up. I'm just trying to find 4 that are the same. I think maybe we'll use copper for her. Now these are a little bit bigger than the ones I have been using, but that's okay, they'll work too. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, And let's find a fourth one. Here we go. Here's a fourth one. And we will just, now is this one copper? Yeah, okay. We will just add these paper fasteners, and then we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna glue our tag onto our ribbon. Now, let's just get this paper fastener in there, and we're gonna open it up. It's not in any way gonna interfere with your ribbon or interfere with your book, with your tag book in any way. But I'm going to go through my channel and see if I can find, I don't remember the name of it, but I used one of Tracie's other kits. Oh gosh, I can't remember the name of the kit either. And we made a beautiful little tag book. I think it was last year. And we had a lot of fun doing that one. And that one, in lieu of using ribbon, to join our tags together, we actually used paper, because you can do that. You can create little paper connectors, for lack of a better term, to join your tags together. So instead of there being ribbon here, there would be paper there. I generally tend to make mine, if you wanted to do this, to make the page holders, let's say tag holders, tag connectors, whatever. I tend to cut my papers to be, of course, the height from this point here on the tag down to the bottom of the tag, the bottom corner. I cut it that height, and I usually cut them about 2 inches wide, and I fold them in half, because it gives me, I like to have enough place to play when I am creating something. So that's why I'll print things larger, and I'll make things a little bit more oversized. Sometimes they are too big and I end up having to cut them down. But if you cut your piece here to be 2 inches wide, that gives you 1 inch to play on either side. And that's plenty of room, and it doesn't interfere with your tag, unless, of course, you're using 2 different paper weights. Then that could probably make things a little bit hairy there, because your dividers might show under your tag. But there we go. We see we have added those, and they give it just the littlest bit of dimension. And I have folded them so that they're pointing up and down. And this way I know they won't interfere with me adding my ribbon. So I'm going to pull this over, and I'm going to just measure, are these spaces between each of the tags exactly the same? No. Does it bother me? No. Because I don't care if things aren't perfect. I'm not perfect. I'm almost perfect, but I'm not perfect. Okay, so I'm going to pretty much measure that. That's about where I want to have my tag be on my ribbon. I'm just going to move that piece out of there. And I'm using my line on my craft mat to kind of keep these guys straight. Are they completely straight? No. Does it matter? No. If you want to be that anal and worry about stuff like that, then you know what? More power to you. Go for it. All right. I figured out that that is where I want to place my tag. That's how far I want it to come away from my ribbon. So now what I'm going to do is I am going to apply a hefty amount of glue. Although the Nuvo glue has been working, keeping my, I'm just going to pull this out and I'm going to add my glue. Although the Nuvo glue has been working, keeping the ribbon attached to the paper, I like to make sure that there's enough glue, because I'm not really too familiar with how well Nuvo glue holds fabric. And so, yeah, I add a nice amount to make sure that I have enough so that my ribbon stays stuck down. Now you can see that my tag is moving all over the place right now. So what we are going to do, I used my embossing powders yesterday, and no matter how much I have cleaned, there still seems to be some floating around, and it's giving me such an itchy nose. Okay, we have this stuck down. what I'm just going to do is I am going to take my whole entire tag book and I'm going to flip it over and make sure that my tag is straight. And it's not. So what you can see, I'm tearing it up and I'm going to lay it down again and line both sides up with each other. And I'm going to lay my tag back down onto my ribbon. Now, let's flip this over carefully so that I don't pull my ribbon away from my tag. And again, I'm just going to push it down like so. Okay. Now, this is our final tag. This is our front page of our tag book. And again, here's another butterfly that I've added some glossy accents to. And I think I actually stuck my finger in it while it was drying, or maybe that's just a little bit messy there. Nope, I stuck my finger in it. All right, so now what we're going to do is we are going to add this tag to this tag. Now, I do have a couple of hints for you if you are using paper or if you are using ribbon. Go at it one tag at a time. Don't try to rush because you need to be sure that you're connecting your tags together properly. For instance, I added my ribbon to one side of this tag. And then I said, oh, well, you know, it'll be fine. I'll just add ribbon to each tag section at a time, you know, and then I'll just connect them all together. And of course, I glued two together, and I shouldn't have because I couldn't connect them to the next tag. So go at it slowly, go at it one at a time, and take your time putting this together. Now, because this is our last tag in the chain, we only need to connect our ribbon to our tag on one side. Okay, so I'm just going to add some glue over here on this side. I'm going to add some glue across the top. And I'm going to put some glue across the bottom. You'll notice I'm adding glue to the ribbon last, because the glue will sometimes absorb into the ribbon and then it won't stick together. So I'm just adding dots of glue all along here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my tag. Oh, I forgot to add ribbon. See, I'm talking about it so much, I forgot to add glue to the ribbon. Ugh. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I am going to line up the bottom of my tag with the bottom of my other tag. And I'm just going to make sure that I am gluing this down properly on all sides. And I'm going to pick it up and I'm going to glue it. Now it is a little bit lumpy because of the paper fasteners underneath. But it doesn't matter because your tag will stay stuck to your other tag. Just gently add a little bit of pressure here on the ribbon side and squeeze together on the top. Whoop. Let me just grab this whole thing. And I'm going to glue it. I'm going to grab it. I'm going to push down on each side so that it grabs properly and that the tags stay stuck together. Like I said, it is a little bit lumpy because of the paper fasteners. But if you just take your time and you push down and gently and push down on each area, the tags will connect to each other as well as connecting to the ribbon. Let's flip that over. You can see here it's connected on both sides like so. And now give it a little time to dry. I mean, don't go out and play football with it right away. You know, maybe give it a day or so before you start tossing it around. And there you have it. Okay, so now you can take a look at the whole book. That's my front. like so. And now, there's my back with my other butterfly on the other side. And now we can take our scissors and give our little ribbon here a bit of a haircut. Like I said, I always overdo and make things bigger and longer than they have to be. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my scissor and I'm going to cut almost up to the bottom of the other tags. And there we go. Now what I was thinking of doing is I wanted to add some of the Nouveau crystal drops onto one of the pages that kind of called for it, and I don't remember which page it was now. I wanted to do that with you guys. Let's just see. Oh, nope, I guess I don't know what I did that made this not... Okay. What am I thinking of? Oh, here it is. I found it. It was my little raven. You can see here he has almost these little, they look like buttons. Just quite similar to this one. Like so. And what I wanted to do, now I have to remember not to fold this close after the fact, is I just wanted to add some of the crystal drops to this area right here too. And part of it's covered up, but I think we'll be okay. Now I am going to give this a test run on the back of a piece of paper before I use it. Sometimes you want to do that. If in case you're interested, this paper is from the Creep on June kit. It's one of the backing papers. So I'm going to do is I'm just going to squeeze out a little and make sure, okay, that the nozzle on my little bottle here is not clogged, and it's not. So let me move that out of the way and put it over there to dry. So that's all I'm going to do, is I'm just going to take and I'm going to squeeze a little blob of the new... Now this stuff is self-leveling, so even if it looks like it's not completely browned, it will level out. And we have this one right here. And it just kind of adds a little something, something to your tag. Now, let's see. Is that actually a button? Yeah. I'm going to add it to that one as well. The one thing is you do have to let this dry, air dry, for about 24 hours. And there we go. So now we have fancy little buttons on that page too. And this stuff lasts. I've had these bottles, oh gosh, I would say at least 5 years. So yeah, it's Nouveau crystal drops. If I can find them in this color, I will link that particular color. If I can't, I will just link the item itself in whatever color I can find. So I'm going to very carefully close up my book as far as I can. And there you go. Okay, guys? So I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you stuck around and finished it up with me. And here's the other one that I made without you. Again, all of these images are available in the kit, which I will link in the description box below. So you can make your own little tag book too. Okay, the images are so nice and creepy and spooky. I mean, even if you didn't want to, if you purchased the kit and you didn't want to use it right now, it would make a great Halloween kit. And it does come with journal pages. And I have planned to print them out and make a little bit of a journal to go with it, but I didn't get to that today. So if I do, I will show you and you'll take a look at it at another time. Okay? I'm sending you lots of love and big hugs and asking you please to remember to like, subscribe, and comment. I have a giveaway planned for when I hit 1,500 subscribers. Thanks to the Creep on June. We're getting there. We're creeping on up. So yeah, I will give you information about that, you know, as we get closer to that amount. If you've followed me for a while, you already know what the giveaway is. And so yeah, go over, check out the Creep on June calendar. Go over, purchase the kit. It's a blast. You'll have so much fun with it. It's a little bit macabre, silly this year. But you can do it as creepy as you want too. So go over, check out Tracie's video, subscribe to all the other creators that are on the calendar. And of course, tomorrow's my day, June 2nd. So go on over and look for mine. And I'll see you soon, okay? Love, hugs, bye. See you soon. Hope you enjoyed this. Bye.